Hi everyone, hi friends, happy Thursday. Welcome to broadcast number 218 of my Throw It Out Thursday continuing education series. If you are looking for creative ways to get more greens into your family's diet, you've come to the right place. If you want to save time and you want to save money with a superfood greens powder, you've also come to the right place. And if you've been curious about doTERRA's new greens powder, I think you're going to love everything that I have for you tonight. Hi everyone, it's great to see you. And if you have been curious about maybe how to decide which greens powder to use or how to know, maybe you have a greens powder that you got from the grocery store and it'll help you become a label reading gangster to learn exactly what to look for when you are snagging a greens powder, because grocery store greens powders can actually be sabotaging all of the incredible things that you are trying to do in your health and wellness. So if any of these resonate, snuggle in. Maybe you want to make a well-balanced smoothie that doesn't taste like dirt, because you can put in the comments below, maybe the idea of a green juice or a green smoothie makes you kind of not really into it. Maybe you've had some before and it just wasn't your jam. So I hope that you enjoy what I have for you tonight, and I think you're gonna really enjoy it, especially if you did grab the doTERRA greens and maybe they've been sitting in your cabinet and you haven't used them yet. So some of those pre-packaged smoothies and some of those coffee shop drive-through drinks are filled with sugar, they're filled with artificial sweeteners, and some of the flavorings that they use are artificial, and it leaves you empty afterwards. And they're expensive, especially if you make that drive-through to Starbucks a daily habit. And so if you're over consuming some of these items, it's very hard on your digestive system as well. You might be feeling lethargic, you might find yourself overeating when you don't want to be, and it's time to kick all that nasty stuff to the curb with tonight's yummy recipes. And I hope some of these inspire you. I'm so glad that we're sharing space together tonight in the amazing test kitchen, and we broke a light bulb earlier tonight, so hopefully that's the only snafu that happens, and everything else is just gravy and deliciousness. And I have 3 recipes to share with you tonight for ways that you can enjoy your greens in ways that you might not have even thought of. So in the comments, if you would like, I would love for you to share with me maybe one of your favorite green juice recipes or a favorite way to use the greens, or if you grabbed the greens or not. I would love to see what your thoughts are. Have you grabbed the greens and they've been sitting there, or have you been incorporating them? And if you have, what have you been thinking? So lots of questions, lots of things for you to get the wheels turning. And last month we dug all into the doTERRA protein powder. And so this month, just in time for St. Patty's Day, I wanted to dig into the greens because I want you to harness your inner green goddess. And I've gone ahead and actually poured my greens into a glass container in for my pantry. And the reason that I do this is because I really like being able to see how much is left, because if I need to repurchase, especially with shipping speeds being a little bit delayed, I really want to make sure that I am not out of the items that I need. And so the greens should be back in stock. They flew off the shelves because everybody was really excited to grab them. And so if you already grabbed them, I hope these inspire you. If you haven't gotten them yet, sit tight because they will be available soon. And on our agenda tonight, we are going to be breaking down the ingredients in the greens so you know what to expect, and it's really helpful for you to know exactly what's in there. So Ashley's saying she's excited for the ideas. Beth is loving the new greens. And let's see, I just mixed them with berry flavored water and some fiber and shake. It's delicious and you feel amazing. That is great. I'm loving hearing this. And I think you guys are really, it's really cool to just be open, just open your mind sometimes and watch and listen. And if you're watching this later on, maybe it'll inspire you to use them when you do grab them, or maybe they'll sit in your cabinet for a few days and then you'll feel inspired. So whatever the case may be, I hope you'll share with me whatever recipes you create from maybe some of the ideas that I share tonight. So the first recipe is our classic green juice, but we're gonna give it a cool dynamic duo combo. So we're gonna actually combine the greens and the fiber together and make a supercharged classic green juice that you can make in 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, but you're gonna love it. Super easy on the go, really great for your digestive system. Then the next recipe is my Zen Garden Brain Boost iced matcha latte. So if you're going to Starbucks drive-through and grabbing a matcha latte, which is like a green tea kind of drink, you are going to be able to use your greens to make one at home, and I think you're going to love it because we're going to use my milk frother and we're going to use some almond milk. So all the recipes that I'm sharing are vegan and you can make them dairy free. You can add whatever ingredients that you like. As always, it's a choose your own adventure. It's a blank canvas. And then the last one is something that I'm really excited because Olivia loves this, and I think that if you're looking for ways to sneak those greens into your kids' diet, they're gonna love this. It's a fruit roll-up Green Goddess smoothie bowl, and it tastes like a fruit roll-up, and we're going to dig into the details of how that's possible. And if any of you as kids like me, I loved fruit roll-ups. I would eat like 3 or 4 at a time. I used to love them back when I was a kid, and they're terrible for us, and we didn't know that back then. We were just living in reckless abandon. So but I think you're going to really love those flavors where it's got that nice tropical berry vibe, and I think you're going to love it. So first we want to identify why that we're talking about the star of our show. So why are we using the greens as our 4-leaf clover lucky charm for tonight's recipes? So like we talked about a little bit before, just touched on the fact that grocery store greens, they can contain fillers, synthetic dyes, artificial sweeteners, emulsifiers, things that just leave you not feeling so good. And they do that because it's easy to mass produce, and people at the grocery store, most people just want a really low priced product. They're not really looking at the discernment of what's on the label and how were these products responsibly sourced or not. They're just looking for the low price, and sometimes things can be what's called greenwashed, which is where it says all natural and organic and all this stuff, but unfortunately that doesn't necessarily mean that it is the most high quality ingredients. And I love that with doTERRA we can count on that. And so again, these are the greens that we're talking about. These are the brand new greens that doTERRA came out with, and I've gone ahead and just switched them over to a glass canister that I really like having this in my pantry so that I can see exactly when I need to repurchase. And I love these so much. They're so good that when they come back, I'm probably gonna get 2 or 3 bags and just keep them as backup because I really love them. And this container, it's in my Amazon favorites over in my link tree, and this will hold an entire bag. So as you can see, we've been enjoying it and playing around with it. So you can flex your label reading gangster muscle, and that's a really great opportunity to do that right now, to really check the label and know what's in your greens. And then of course, the next logical question is, why do we need more greens anyway? Why? And there are so many reasons that we may not be getting the recommended amount of fruits and veggies that we need. So it can be expensive to find quality fresh produce right now. You might not be wanting to go to the grocery store if you are on a one income family, or if your family has been affected by all of these things that have happened to our country in the last year and really in our world. If you cannot afford organic produce all the time, which it goes bad quickly, so you can't just hold on to it for weeks and weeks and weeks. So maybe there's a cost issue that's happening where you can't afford to have all of these fresh ingredients on hand. Also, if there's time constraints that you have, prep time sometimes can be time consuming. It takes time to soak your produce in lemon water and let all the grit fall down and set it up on the counter, dry it all out, chop it all up, put it away. And if you're overwhelmed and your schedule's already overly abundant, you're just not gonna have the opportunity to do that. So you might just not know. You might feel really unsure about how many greens you need. Lindsay's saying she needs a canister like that. My fingers wouldn't get covered in powder every time you use it. Well, you might be surprised. I have to dig into there now that it's getting a little low, but it's okay. You can lick your fingers and it's extra greens. So also we want to cover the fact that less than 1 out of 3 adults eats the recommended amount of fruits and veggies a day. And over 70% of us don't meet the guidelines for our veggie consumption. So basically, as a rule of thumb, we just want to make sure that every meal is extra fortified with our veggies. And so like for breakfasts and things like that, for lunchtime, for dinner, just make sure that if you can pack those veggies into your meals. But if you're too busy for that, then these recipes are going to cover you from morning, afternoon, and all the way into the night. And doTERRA has our back because that's why they came out with these greens for us. And they created the greens to help us glow from the inside out, because what we put in our body is obvious and it radiates out on the outside, on our skin, the quality of our skin, our energy level, our mental clarity. And this can really supplement that fruit and veggie intake for you and be an easy button. And the ingredients are responsibly sourced. They have wholesome ingredients in there. And it's really convenient and it tastes awesome. And it's a great way for you to get those nutrients you need, the dietary fiber that you need. And the cool thing about the greens is they also have fiber. So we're going to do a cool thing where for our classic green juice, we're gonna combine the fiber and the greens. So that means you're getting extra fiber. And that's a win because we need to make sure that we're moving our body's systems and our functions, and our endocrine system is gonna thank you time and time again. So I think you're gonna absolutely love this. And the greens also help support a healthy immune function, and that is so crucial for us right now. It's number one. You know, you can have all of the big pharma that you want, but at the end of the day, your body will respond differently to pathogens, foreign environmental threats, seasonal threats, very differently when your immune system is really strong and functioning well. So it's also going to help your digestion, and it's going to help with your weight management, and it's going to help with your energy. So the greens are an equivalent to about 1 to 2 servings of fruit and veggies. So that way it allows you to understand that you can really enjoy these throughout the day, but it's intended to be enjoyed every day. So however you want to add them into your routine, your lifestyle, totally up to you, but I'm going to be giving you 3 suggested ways that you can enjoy them these days. And they're also great because they are non-GMO, they are gluten-free, they're vegan, and like I said, you can enjoy them every day, so there's no limitation on that. And one of the cool things about the greens also is that they have that mixed berry flavor. So they're also naturally sweetened with monk fruit, so it's not going to give you that gritty taste that you're used to from a greens. And they have an incredible list of ingredients. Okay, so let's go down the list of ingredients. Moringa, acai, cabbage, colored greens, dandelion. When's the last time you ate a bowl full of dandelion? I'm imagining probably none of us. Kale, parsley, spinach leaf, alfalfa, barley grass, oatgrass, pineapple, guava, mango, goji berry, and lemon and ginger essential oils to help soothe the stomach and ease digestion. So now that we've unpacked what's in the greens, we're gonna play because that's the fun part. So first up is how to drink your greens easier. If you just want a simple classic green juice, this is the most palatable way that I've found, is along with the fiber after dinner. So this is something that I love to do after dinner, but you can do it after breakfast, in the morning, whatever suits you. And to do this, we're just gonna start with a basic drinking glass, and we are gonna add a scoop of our greens powder. Okay, so just 1 scoop of your greens powder. And again, if you just are joining us, I moved my greens to a glass canister just because I like being able to visually see when my ingredients are getting low, but this is the packaging from doTERRA. And then we are gonna add 1 scoop of our fiber. And the fiber tastes like apple juice, like apple cider, apple juice that's kind of got a lemon vibe as well because it's got lemon essential oil in there too. Just measure 1 scoop. So we have 1 scoop of greens and 1 scoop of our fiber. And because the greens have that mango and guava and pineapple, they've got this awesome tropical vibe. It actually tastes like juice and it makes you want to drink it. And Olivia actually really liked it and I was kind of shocked and like, phew, this is great. So you're gonna add your greens, you're gonna add your fiber, and then just a cup of cold water, okay? That's it. And then I like to add extra lemon to it because I just love lemon, but you can choose your own adventure as always, and you can add whatever oil resonates with you, or you can just leave it plain. It doesn't need an extra oil, but I love adding essential flair any way and anywhere that I can. And then we're gonna take one of my favorite little tools that I've shared before. This is a handheld milk frother. It's from Bean Envy and you can find it in my Amazon favorites in my link tree. And I love this. This is super handy and it makes mixing your fiber and your greens really, really easy. And all we're gonna do is just mix it until it's all combined. That's it. Classic green juice, but now we've got fiber and the greens. What an incredible way to support your body. And the fiber, like I said, it tastes like a watered down apple cider drink. And the greens have a subtle fruit punch mixed berry flavor, and the greens are sweetened with monk fruit, so it tastes like juice. And that is all you do. And you just want to drink it fairly quickly before any of the powders settle out of the liquid. So that's just my personal recommendation, to drink it quickly. I'm gonna actually put this in the fridge because I'm gonna have mine tomorrow and it matches my nails and my shirt. How fun is that? But it smells so good. It smells like a fruit roll-up. It smells like fruit, like a gummy bear. And you can either pour it in a cup with a lid and then shake it in the morning. That's what I'm gonna do, or I'll just use my frother tomorrow morning to reblend anything that might settle. But this is it, and just drink it quickly so that it doesn't start to settle at all. And there you have it, how quickly you can make a classic green juice. You can add lemon, you can add lime, wild orange, just add the fiber and add the greens together. And then it's one less thing that you need to do. It's less liquid. If you don't have time for a smoothie, it is a perfect way for you to get so much nutrition packed into a really small cup. So cheers. I hope you love this. I'm gonna put this to the side. And then before we get to our next recipe, I want to chat with you for a moment about matcha, because this is an ingredient that we're using in my next recipe. And this is a perfect pair for our greens as well. So in the last recipe, we combined the fiber and the greens because that's going to give you an even bigger punch for your digestion. You're going to feel so supported, you're going to feel full, and it's going to really help support any of those penny in your health bank kind of goals, if you know what I mean, where you're spending time exercising and you're spending time doing all these things to be supportive of your mental wellness and your physical well-being. You also want to manage all of those things that are going inside your body and help that digestion all the way through. And so matcha is amazing. I love matcha. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you've ever had matcha. So I love tea. I'm not a coffee person, but I love tea. I grew up drinking tea, all kinds of tea. I love tea. I am a tea person. So if you want to get the key to my heart, I love tea. Tea is my jam. And green tea is one of my favorites. It's very, very high in antioxidants. And matcha is like a 10x version of green tea. And we are going to unpack some of the reasons why matcha is an amazing ingredient that you can easily add into the rotation of some of those coffee house drinks that you might be getting from Starbucks, because Starbucks has a green tea matcha latte. It's very, very popular. And I love this. You all know that I like beets. So if you've been around for a while, you saw my beet wrap back in like 2017. If you haven't seen it, you'll need to see it. But I love beets. I love green tea. I love anything earthy. I love root vegetables. I love all of those earthy grounding things. So if that's not something that you're familiar with, I just encourage you to give it a try. And even if you're at a coffee house or you're near a drive-thru or something and you feel led before you want to purchase some matcha powder, you want to give it a try, I would love to hear your feedback, what you think, because it is an incredible ingredient and you can make it at home and it's really inexpensive. So a couple fun facts about matcha before we dig into our demo, because I like to help you understand why I'm using these ingredients, because I can get on here and do a demo for you, but you might be wondering, well, why is she using that ingredient? And I want you to know exactly why. So matcha comes from the same plant as green tea, but it's grown differently. And matcha has ingredients from the entire tea leaf, which is really cool. And farmers actually grow the matcha by covering the tea plants 20 to 30 days before they harvest them, just so that they can avoid any direct sunlight. And actually this increases the chlorophyll production and it boosts the amino acid content, which means it gives the plant a really rich dark green color. And so this is the beautiful color in honor of matcha and our greens that I am wearing green for St. Patty's Day also, so nobody pinches me in the cloud. And this is such a beautiful ingredient to use. And I think because Instagram reverses the text, you're not going to be able to read what this says, but it says boosts energy, burns calories, increases focus, improves skin health, supercharges immune system. I want more energy. I want to burn calories. I definitely want to improve my focus. I definitely want to increase my skin health. And I definitely, hands down, absolutely want to supercharge my immune system. So if any of the above resonates with you, please, I encourage you, just do it for Mama Hilsey. Try a matcha latte and tag me or message me and let me know what you think about it. But this is really, really cool. And so it gives that plant that really dark color. And then once the leaves are harvested, the stems and the veins are removed and the leaves are all ground up into the fine powder that you see. And this is the matcha powder that you can make your matcha lattes with. And it's very high in antioxidants. One study actually found that it contains 137 times more antioxidants than regular green tea. So this is 10x green tea. Like if you are gonna drink a green tea flavored anything, drink matcha, because you are getting 137 times more antioxidants than green tea. And it's up to 3 times more antioxidants than other high quality teas. It's earthy and it combines with the doTERRA greens, and it's just a perfect match. So matcha is a perfect matcha for ya. And you'll have to let me know in the comments again if you've ever used matcha green tea powder in your cooking, in your drinks. Some sushi restaurants have matcha green tea ice cream. Really, really cool ingredient. So if you haven't played around with it, I definitely encourage you to do that. And evidence-based clinical research has actually shown that matcha can do incredible things for the body. So here's just a little quick summary of the benefits, and then you can do some more deep research on your own. But it can prevent liver damage and decrease the risk of liver disease. It improves your attention and your focus like we talked about. It increases your memory. It increases your reaction time. These are all things that we definitely, absolutely want these days. It also contains L-theanine, which is what improves your brain function. It inhibits growth of cancer cells. Again, matcha, 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 because we all want that. It also decreases the risk factors for heart disease, and it will increase your metabolism and increase your fat burning. So I know all of you out there that are working hard and sweating in your home gyms are not doing that to then sabotage yourself with Starbucks drinks every single day. So if you are open to trying this, I think you will really find that it's a fun way to kind of switch things up for you. And so now that we've laid the groundwork for our matcha and we've talked all about that, I'm gonna spray my hands real quick. And then we are gonna dig into our next demo, which is my Zen Garden iced matcha latte with a cream foam cap. So we can just be super fancy, just like the Starbucks drive-thru is, okay? So to a small mason jar, we are going to add 2 teaspoons of our matcha powder, and that's the green tea powder that I just showed you. And I hope you guys are enjoying this, because it's so fun for me to show you these great ways that maybe can break the mold of what you thought a greens powder was all about. And then we are gonna add our doTERRA greens, our star of the show, and just 1 scoop of that, which is 2 teaspoons. Voila, like so. And then we are going to add 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, okay? And that is going to go right in here. Now you can use whichever milk that you want. You can use unsweetened cashew milk, you can use cow's milk, you can use coconut milk, whatever milk floats your boat is what I want you to use, okay? And then we are gonna add a tablespoon of honey. And you can sweeten this according to your own personal profile. If you drink black coffee, you might not want to sweeten it. You might just want it plain, but that is totally up to you to decide, and I will leave that up to you as always. But I like a little hint of sweetness. It just kind of really blends all the flavors nicely together. And then we are going to add a toothpick swirl of black pepper, and you can choose pink pepper, you can do cardamom, you can do lavender, you can leave the oils out if you want to, but I love black pepper in this. I think it's really cool and I like switching it up. So we're just gonna take a toothpick and just do a toothpick swirl right into there, and it is very strong and pure, so you do not need a lot. That's why a toothpick swirl is plenty, and again, we are using black pepper. Okay, and then using our handheld frother again, we are going to just blend this together, and we're gonna have the honey and the green tea matcha powder and the greens, our doTERRA greens, all in here mixed beautifully with our almond milk. And you're just gonna make sure that you mix it all the way. Hopefully you can see this. You're gonna mix it, and so you wanna make sure that as much of the green tea powder and as much of the greens gets incorporated in there, just like this, okay? And then we're gonna put our milk frother to the side. And then what we're gonna do is I am going to take a few ice cubes, because we're gonna do an iced matcha latte. Now you do not have to do that. If you want it hot or warm, you can absolutely heat it up and use hot almond milk. So we're just gonna add a couple ice cubes to this. And then this is really fun, okay? I hope you guys like this. So I have this cool milk frother, and because George really likes a Earl Grey. He likes a Lady Grey and Earl Grey tea, and it's called a London Fog. And so we bought this really inexpensive milk frother on Amazon. So all we're gonna do is just pour a half a cup of almond milk, the same almond milk that we used in the mason jar, and pour that in and just press the button, and it's gonna do all the work for us, all the frothing. And you can do this by hand with the hand frother, but you need to warm it up, and so it just takes a little bit longer. So we're gonna froth this milk, and it's gonna look super fancy, just like the Starbucks drive-through drinks do, except you're gonna do it at home. Colleen, yes, if you don't have a mixer, you can put it on the lid, and you can put a lid on your jar and just shake it, or you can use a whisk. You can use a spoon, a fork, whatever you have. You absolutely don't need a frother, but the frother I think is about $5 or $10 on Amazon, and it's really a good investment because I found that I use it for so many things, because I drink the fiber and the greens drink every single night before dinner because I do intermittent fasting. So I don't eat after about 6 p.m. until the next day. And so I really love how the greens and the fiber together keep me so full. And it's truly rewired my brain because I used to want to snack for hours after dinner. Like even if it's healthy things, you know, if you add up several snacks worth of calories, you've now eaten another meal's worth of calories. And so I love doing intermittent fasting because of that. And the fiber and the greens has really enabled and empowered me with that because now I'm not hungry after I eat dinner. So we're just gonna give this a couple more minutes and froth that beautiful almond milk, and then we're gonna pour it right over our iced matcha latte, and I think you're gonna love how it looks, and it's gonna taste delicious. And I'm gonna put this in the fridge again so that I can enjoy it tomorrow. And we're just gonna give it one more moment to finish. There we go. Okay, so when this is done, you just pull the lid off and look at this beautiful, hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're just gonna put that base there. So we've got this beautiful frothed almond milk, and we are just gonna pour it right over our green tea. How gorgeous is this? OMG, you guys, like you can do some fancy things at home, you know, look at this. And then we're gonna grab a fun straw, and we have this beautiful iced matcha green tea latte that has 137 times the antioxidants of regular green tea. Yum to the yum to the yum. I think you're gonna absolutely love this. And if you've never had green tea before, I would love for you to try this and let me know. As an afternoon energy boost, you can enjoy this in the morning instead of coffee. You can enjoy it in the afternoon. You can enjoy it in addition to coffee. But look how pretty this is. You've got the matcha green tea powder. You've got the doTERRA greens. You've got that beautiful black pepper swirled in there. You've got the almond milk and the honey and the beautiful frothed almond milk. How gorgeous. Like, I just think it's so cute looking. Plus it matches my outfit, so that's obviously fun. But it's delicious. It's gonna pack a punch for you, and you are gonna love this. So you'll have to let me know what you think. So we've got the basic green juice that we did with our fiber and our greens and a little drop of lemon. And then in no time, we whipped up my amazing Zen Garden green tea matcha latte with so many incredible ingredients. And next, last but not least, we are going to do our smoothie bowl. And I'm gonna get a few things out of our way so that I have more room to groove for you guys. And the basic formula. So many people are unsure. Oh, Donna, good. I'm so glad. Yes, rocking it. I hope you try it, Donna. Let me know what you think. I think you're gonna love it, but then again, maybe I'm biased because I love it, and I know you guys have great taste because you're here anyway. So sometimes we see these recipes and we think, okay, yeah, I'll do that, and you know, maybe I won't do that, maybe I will. And when we get to doing it, we just think, okay, we can just dump all the ingredients into the blender and it'll taste good. And unfortunately with a green smoothie, it doesn't work that way. And I can tell you firsthand, the reason this is called the test kitchen is because we've made lots of experiments that turned into mistakes, but that's okay because we learned from them, right? And there is a formula for a well-balanced smoothie. And if you have a copy of the Essential Life book, you will see that this is actually in the smoothie section in one of the back areas where there's lots of DIYs and recipes. You'll find this information there. So the basic formula for a well-balanced smoothie, because that's the thing, we don't want it to be gritty and chunky and like the texture is weird, we want it to be really awesome, is 1 cup of liquid base. So whatever your liquid is, 1 cup of liquid base, or 1 part, to 1 part or 1 cup of leafy greens, to 1 scoop, if you're using it, of the greens powder, and then a 1.5 cup total volume of fruit. Donna, thank you so much. And actually, speaking of the test kitchen, we're gonna go on a little sidebar real quick. Speaking of the test kitchen, one of the recipes that I tested out as soon as the greens came out and I saw it was the roasted garlic hummus with the greens. And I thought to myself, hummus, that's a great way to sneak some greens into your company or to your family. Cool, let me try the hummus. And I tried the hummus and I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna make that one of the recipes that I feature when I share this. It was disgusting. So if you've seen the doTERRA cookbook, and doTERRA, I'm sorry if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but it is disgusting. You can't tell me you like it. It's in the doTERRA nutrition cookbook for the roasted garlic hummus with greens. It's absolutely disgusting. I don't even know where to begin, but it's really bad, so please don't make it. Don't waste your ingredients and don't make it. But there's a reason it's called the test kitchen, and that's why, because it's helpful to understand with certain recipes and certain ingredients, there is a formula, and you're not gonna just be able to dump everything in and it'll taste good. With a fruit smoothie, perhaps, but when you add greens to it, there really is, you wanna have the insurance of knowing that the ratios are going to yield you the right flavor for your smoothie. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm excited for you because this is awesome, and Olivia loves it, and she steals mine every time she has it. So also, in addition, so we've got, just to recap, 1 part liquid, 1 part leafy greens, 1 scoop of greens powder, and then 1.5 cups total volume of the fruit that you're choosing. And then you can add any oils you want. I would choose anywhere between 1 and 3 drops per oil because the greens are really earthy and heavy. You want the oils to shine through if you're going for a particular oil flavor. So 3 drops of oil to me is a really good average. And then you can add water if you want it thin. You can add ice if you want it thicker. And then you can kind of choose your own based on that at the end. And there's a phased approach that really yields the best result when you use a phased approach with your smoothie, and I'm going to show you that tonight. So this is a current favorite of ours. I actually made one that I pulled out of the freezer to show you as well because I want to show you how easy it freezes. And it's a spin-off of a recipe from the Essential Life book. So this is called my fruit roll-up green goddess green smoothie, whatever, because it tastes like a fruit roll-up. So the guava, we talked about the ingredients in the greens. The greens have mango and guava and pineapple, and it actually has azarole cherry in there as well. Those ingredients taste like a fruit roll-up together. Have you had guava juice lately? Have you had mango, pineapple? It's so sweet together. It tastes like candy. It tastes like a gummy bear. And you are gonna love this. It's a blank slate with lots of room for you to choose some favorites for your family. You know, you can choose any of the fruit. You can choose all those other add-ins. So I want you to grab your blender bottle, and we are gonna get started adding all of our ingredients. Okay, so what I've got is, and again, the texture is really the most important thing, and so that's why we're gonna do our phased approach. We're gonna start with the liquid first. So to our blender bottle here, and I like using a blender bottle for just 1 serving because it's perfect for me, but if you want to make some for your family, you can just scale up. So increase the equal parts based on how many smoothies. So if you're making 2 smoothies, double it. 2 cups of liquid base, 2 cups of leafy greens, 2 scoops of doTERRA greens, 3 cups of frozen fruit. Yes, I make the green gummies as well. Yeah, the hummus, the problem with the hummus, and you all know I love sweet and savory. I love almost everything in my life. I love sweet and savory until I made the hummus with the greens. Because the guava and the pineapple and the mango, it doesn't work with garbanzo beans. It just doesn't work. I can't explain it. It just does not work, and it was disgusting, and I cannot in good conscience share that with you because it's gross, and I don't share gross things with you. So, well, I do sometimes, but not in this case. So our liquid base, we are adding first our coconut water. So we're adding 1 cup of coconut water to our blender bottle. And this is so hydrating. It's a base for my Limaterade in case you haven't made that yet. It's awesome. And if you need help getting that recipe, I can tag you in it. It's just Limaterade HJL over there on Instagram. And you are going to then add your greens. So we've got our liquid base, 1 cup of coconut water. Did I say coconut oil? I meant coconut water. I hope I didn't say coconut oil. I'm just too excited that it's like got me giddy. And so we're gonna add our 1 cup of raw spinach. And I love using spinach. Now this is great for your heart health. It's great for acne prevention. It's great for preventing heartburn and acid reflux by helping you digest your foods easier. and it's gonna be great for helping your bowel movements and improving your hair growth and for restful sleep. All of those things are things that we need. And George has struggled with gastrointestinal challenges, with heartburn, with reflux. So we've been eating, whenever possible, we eat an alkaline diet, a low acid diet, lots of mango, lots of greens and spinach. And so he loves this because it's a way for him to quickly get all of those things in one dish that he really loves. So we're gonna add our spinach. And what this does is it allows us to mix in the phased approach. It allows the greens to really completely be mixed in with the liquid before we add the frozen fruit, because the frozen fruit has a different texture. It's thicker, and you want to make sure that everything gets incorporated first. So we've got our leafy greens, and now we're going to add our Terra greens, our star of the show. Okay, so we're going to add 1 scoop of our doTERRA greens to this party. Okay, and then we're going to add our essential flair. Now for this one, I like this kind of Fruity Pebbles vibe because it goes with the fruit roll up. So we're gonna add 3 drops of lime and 3 drops of wild orange. 1, 2, 3, just add it right into your blender bottle. And I like how easy the blender bottle is because you can actually drink it right from there if you wanted to. All right, and so then we are going to twist on the blade and go ahead and pulse these ingredients to give us our base first before we add in the frozen fruit. And that is how we're gonna do it. And we're just gonna pulse it for a quick second. And look at this green color. It is absolutely fantastic. I love the color. And you can see that all of the greens are incorporated, and that is exactly what we want. So then you can go to the next phase, and that way everything is smooth when you're adding the fruit, and it's super, super, super duper simple. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and add our fruit of choice. And this is Olivia's favorite. So we're adding mango. We're adding a 1/2 cup of mango. We're adding a 1/2 cup of pineapple, and then we're gonna add a 1/2 banana. Okay, and so that way we have the right volume of fruit to the volume of our liquid base and our greens. Okay, so we're just gonna pull this apart, and you can add the stringy thingies. I don't normally like those, but when it's in a smoothie, you're not even gonna notice. And then you can just drop your fruit in, and you can let me know in the comments if you have a personal favorite fruit that you like to add to your green smoothies. But I love working with what's already in the greens. So we already established that there's pineapple in the greens and there's mango in the greens. So why work against that? Why not work with the flavors that have already been established by doTERRA for us in there, right? And Donna's exactly right. There's no spinach in your teeth with the Ninja. So then we are gonna add our fruit, and then we're gonna blend again, okay? And this is what I was saying about the phased approach, where we just simply take our time and blend tiers of ingredients one at a time. So we're gonna go again and pulse the fruit. And that's it, super quick. And we still have a little bit of surface area left. And what I'm gonna do, because I like it a little thicker, because I like to enjoy my smoothies in a bowl, not in a cup with a spoon, I am gonna add a few ice cubes to mine. And so you will have to let me know if you prefer to drink them with a straw or to eat them with a spoon in a bowl. I am just totally a bowl person when it comes to my smoothies. I just love acai bowls. I love so many things. Okay, here we go. Yes, Ting Ting, yes. If you don't have time to cut the fruit, you can sub for frozen fruit. Actually, the fruit that I just used is frozen fruit. It's organic frozen fruit from Wegmans, and it's already done the work for me. It was flash frozen when it was picked, and it was cut in cubes for me. So I actually didn't even have to cut the fruit, and that is a total easy button for me. So when you have got your smoothie done, what I like to do is pour this into a bowl that has a lid, because it's quite a large amount, and if you want to drink it the next day or eat it the next day, you can make it ahead of time, you can make it at night. So what I'm going to do is pour this into our bowl like this, And it's not too thick, but it's still got a really nice texture where when you add some mix-ins to it, it's really beautiful, and you can just make it a beautiful piece of art that you're actually going to eat. And it's gonna fill you up so much. And so what you can do is you can create a beautiful smoothie bar experience for your family. And so I'm gonna just grab a few things here. Just let me move some things out of the way, and I'm gonna grab our ingredients that we're gonna use here for our smoothie bowl. And it might be hard for you to see with the comments, but we've got kiwi, we've got goji berries, I've got toasted coconut, I've got hemp seeds, chia seeds, and granola, and then I've got a little funnel. And what we're gonna do is just pour these ingredients on our smoothie bowl, and then you can freeze it, and it's gonna get really nice and solid if it's not solid already enough for you. Good, Colleen, I'm so excited. Yes, you're gonna save lots of money, and you can make all of these smoothies in advance. You can just totally love it. And so what we're gonna do is we are going to add our ingredients one by one. So first I have granola, and this is just some really yummy granola from a local juice shop in our town that I really like. And I'm just gonna kind of put this in one little quadrant of our smoothie. And then next we're gonna take some kiwi, and kiwi has more vitamin C than an orange, and it has more potassium than a banana. So it's actually really, really healthy for you. And Olivia loves kiwi so much. She just absolutely devours kiwi. Like, we can't even keep it in the house. It barely lasts a day or two when we bring it home from the store. And so we are just gonna pile some kiwi on here like this. Okay, and then our next ingredient is goji berries. And goji berries, they taste like tart cherries. If you've never had them before, you're gonna absolutely love them too. I keep saying that, but you really are. So I'm gonna just take these goji berries, and I'm just gonna sprinkle these along like this as well in a nice little row. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not about perfection, but as you can start to see, it has these really beautiful rainbow effects here of all these beautiful ingredients for you and your family. The next ingredient is our shredded coconut. I'm gonna move this so you guys can hopefully see this a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so we've got our shredded coconut next, and I'm sorry, it's toasted coconut, but it is shredded. And this is really fun because it just adds a really nice fat, it's healthy fats there with the coconut, and it's got a beautiful mild flavor, so it really goes with a lot of things. But if your family doesn't like coconut, leave it out. Just do whatever you like. Yes, I totally love goji berries. I think they're so fun, and I like to soak them overnight in water and put them in oatmeal. It's really, really good too. So we've got our toasted coconut, and then next we are going to, and I also wanted to mention about the coconut that it's high in manganese, which is great for your bones. It's great for, it's also rich in copper and iron, which those help your red blood cells. So these are superfoods that we can incorporate our essential greens, our essential oils, and some basic ingredients like spinach and frozen fruit that hopefully you have in your freezer that maybe you've forgotten about. And you can put all of that to work. And then we've got our hemp seeds, and these are great for protein. They're great in vitamin C. They're high in potassium and calcium, iron, and zinc. So amazing. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to just funnel them in, so it kind of makes a pretty little row here like this. Okay, and that's about good for those. And then last but not least, I'm just going to funnel in some of my chia seeds. And chia seeds are great. These are great for digestion. They have a low calorie count, and they are packed with fiber, and they have tons of macronutrients. Okay, so we're just gonna funnel in some of our chia seeds right here along the edge like this. And how fun. In no time, we'll just add a few more. Okay, and we don't even see the greens anymore, really. This is just a bowl of beauty. Okay, look at how fun this is. You cannot tell me that you're not gonna think this is awesome. This is so good. I want you to make this and be in love with it. Now, a little life hack, like I said, is I like to do this in a container with a lid so that I can pop this in the freezer so that Olivia can have it tomorrow. She's good to go. Now, I've already done that by the magic of Instagram Live. I popped this one out of the freezer before we started. And so this is beautiful. It's like green ice cream, and it tastes like a fruit roll-up. It's got that mango, the guava, the goji, the acai, the dandelion. You don't know you're eating dandelion. Does this look like a bowl of dandelions to you? It does not. It looks like a bowl of deliciousness, and it's frozen. You can leave it out for maybe 15 minutes to get a little bit, softer so that you can spoon through it. Or you can just eat it right away, of course. But this is a beautiful, heart-healthy meal. I would love for you to tag me if you try this, what kinds of things you add. Like I said, we did toasted coconut, we did our hemp seeds, we did our chia seeds, goji berry, and Olivia's favorite kiwi. So fun. You can make this in seriously 101 ways. You'll have to tag me, DM me if you try it, what combos of oils you use, what combos of fruit. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love it. So I can't wait to hear how you start enjoying your greens that maybe have been sitting in your cabinet for a month, maybe more, that you did not know what to do with. And that's okay, because when we know better, we can do better. And now you have 3 incredible ways to harness your greens. We made this beautiful Zen Garden iced matcha latte with an almond cream foam cap. And we had our easy peasy, simple, classic green juice with our fiber. So 3 easy ways for you to love on yourself this year and love your greens, and your body is going to thank you. A few little housekeeping items before we wrap tonight's workshop. Don't forget that cedarwood is free until Monday, March 15th. And then lemongrass is 15% off the whole rest of the month. And then we have 2 flash sale little bundles, one's with a diffuser and 2 oils, and one's with a humidifier and 2 oils. And there's a great flash sale discount on those all month. And it's a great opportunity for you to stock up. So if you're watching this and you would like to get started with oils, I have a welcome bundle of resources for you, education for you. I have so much support and love and community to bring to you. And just reach out to me anytime, and I would love to help you get started. If you're already one of my oil customers, we have our Got Your Oils Now What workshop on Tuesday evening, March 23rd at 7:30 p.m. over in our private education community. And then our March Wellness Bingo is in full swing, so don't forget to jump into that. The prizes are awesome. 2 shower diffusers and a complete aromatherapy touch set of rollers, so that's super exciting. I love spoiling all my customers. And then mark your calendar for my next IG Live continuing education class for April, and that'll be Thursday, April 8th. Same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't be late because we're going to start on time. That is a wrap on broadcast number 218. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and please share with me what fun things you are doing with your oils. I love seeing them. I love being inspired by you, and it is so wonderful to just feel the energy from the screen to my heart. I feel it, I really do. And thank you guys so much again. I will see you next time. Have a great night.